And I have a dip in the 500 because the 500 range is muddy. That's just how it is. And of course, you notice everything here is, it's like my mid cutoff's 4 decibels. It's just it's pretty much between 4 and 6 decibels always. Um, so if I go into the side mode, my side mode is set to 300 and I have a slight bit of boost. So that way it's giving it, around the top of your ears is going to have a nice wide feel to it. At least if there's, as long as you're in stereo. And then I have a dip around the 3K range because that's the pain zone. Not much, just a little bit. Um, and yeah. Let's see here. Um, oh yeah, have a little bump in the 1.5, so because you'll find that you're actually missing a lot in that area a lot of times. And then a little bit of the cutoff on the high because I don't really want the highs to be that um I don't want the highs to be that wide. And then, you go into basic compressor, 24 decibels, 1.5. That, I mean, it's pretty average, pretty average setting for a compressor. Um, and then it's set to auto. So that way it brings it back up and there's your bus. So, you know, and then into the imager, let it populate here so you can kind of see it's nice, decent wide. The middle channel is going to be thumping. You can set this for however you want. This is my personal, what I like, it generally works. Sometimes I have to tone it down a bit. But, in general, this is pretty functional. Um, I've already set this before, so it's already down 2.5 decibels. And of course, I go into my vintage limiter, and it's, basically a threshold of about 8 decibels, because I don't really want, um, I don't necessarily want a lot of dynamics, but I want enough that it's going to stick out and it's going to be loud. Um, so let's see where it's at. Okay, so we're a little loud. I can come down. I'm just gonna go down to negative 3.5. We really want to keep it negative 3.5. There we go. Still a little loud. So let's go down to 6. That is perfect. 7 right there. Okay, so, final process here. Let's go ahead and make sure all these are flattened. And we start going, oh, wow, that's all the sound. That's how big they look when they're flat. I'm used to seeing things that look like that. Like, yeah. Yeah, now notice, now it's nice and slow. And if I try and zoom in, oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah. No, and a video card fixes that problem. If you don't think video cards fucking worth owning, I've got a pile. I mean, it's a $200 video card, but it's essentially a pile of shit. Because it had, fucking had to work in a Dell. But yeah, I mean, this stuff. This is not the only reason it is like this is because of my video card. No other reason. So yeah, that's basically if dithering is on. You're going to want to come up here, make sure everything is highlighted. Come up here, and we're at 7 loofs. I am going from 48 to 41. As long as you've got some form of something for the dithering to do, that's basically what that is. Is you're basically, that's why I'm also, your human ear doesn't really hear above 16K anyway. So opening up that range for the dithering to do its job isn't going to make a difference in the mix, and it actually makes it quite a bit clearer in my opinion. And frankly, outside of the fact I'm half deaf in one ear, apparently I still have better hearing in that one ear that's half deaf than most people have their entire lives. I don't know. So nobody's going to help me with my half deaf ear that's still perfect hearing, apparently. But yeah, make sure dithering's off if you're dithering in any other software. And like I said, if you're not running Ozone, you're bullshit. So get fucking Ozone, quit fucking around. And yeah, that's it. This is the final process, which is why I'm dithering. I'm only dithering last, and I'm making sure I am downsampling when I am dithering. And making sure I'm going into 16-bit. Everything's been at 32-bit. So, that's basically, yeah, that's all. So, I hope that was informative. I hope that will help you with your mixes. Remember the rule of 300. Remember the formula. You go from filter into dynamic. After that, if I needed to up the sound a little, I would probably stick with like an over-the-top OTTs, because I don't necessarily want to increase my volume. I just want to increase my loudness, and that's really where you're going to run into it. But if you have Ozone, it's a pretty my little thing there works very well. Obviously gets me to 7 loops, no problem. And yeah, I do believe that is all I have to say. Enjoy. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was useful. Hopefully I didn't talk too much. Obviously I talk too much, but that's what I'm good at. So anyway, folks, Shadowgate here. Make sure if you're gonna pay attention, pay your dances. Sorry, wrong occupation. That was my life before. Anyway, Shadow Gauge out, folks. I hope that was informative, and you have a beautiful day.